Hi friends, let's take a look at Ethereum. Now, just before we dive into Ethereum charts, and we'll be looking at Ethereum, just a second, I wanted to tell everybody that if you're looking to begin trading, then, and you're a member of the Rocky Outcrop family, you subscribed here, then great, I've got a bonus for you because I negotiated with Bybit for us because we've reached 500 subscribers, and I wanted to celebrate that. So the first 5 people who use it get $10 deposited directly into their account or something as a bonus, just completely free, which is great for people looking to start trading. And then as well, you'll know that perhaps you've seen this around. This is what everybody, I guess, on YouTube talks about, is how they've got this promotions page, and of course everybody, this is the same for everybody, this one, but so if you do deposit, you get like little things like a $5 deposit here if you bonus. Now that's still eligible for you if you use my referral link, but there's a unique additional bonus in there just for us, which they're happy to give us to celebrate 500 subscribers, where by over the next couple of weeks, anybody who joins up and puts in 0.1 Bitcoin will get an additional $25 bonus, on top of all of this other stuff where you can get $90, which is kind of cool. That's kind of cool. That's good for us, which makes me happy enough to shield their sort of promotions page there, and it's a good exchange, So close that off for now and go back to the Ethereum charts. And what are we looking at? Well, hey, we've done really well again with Ethereum prices continuing to impress, and we're up here and we've come up as high as 197 and been down as low as 186 in this Gregorian calendar day. We can see this horizontal line in here at the 193 area is actually being opened and closed above, which is good to see. Of course, we've had a degree of volatility in the past when we've come up above that line and dropped below it again, and currently we're up there, up towards the top of that. That's good. Everything's been very bullish, and we've made up towards the top of our channel. Now, what is there that's kind of jumping out here is we can see this diminishing volume over here, just over this wee while as we're coming up towards the top there. We'll check in on the divergences and whatnot in just a second. You can see that we're above the 200 simple. That's really gravy. That's coming in towards the 1st of May when this whole price action will no longer be part of the 50 simple moving average. That's great because we'll be looking towards the golden cross and everything else, and we're still close enough to the moving averages themselves to reconfirm that without having to have incredibly bearish price action and slaughter the prices in order to achieve that retest and confirm the cross before moving on again, which is all where you want to kind of see things. But again, we've come up towards the top of this channel, towards that $200 price, and we've kind of been resisted or rejected from that area so far. And what are we looking at then in terms of the highs over here? Bearing in mind, of course, this is all squished up. Going to squish the price action up here. This is the high, this is the high, this is the high, ding, ding, ding. And let's look, there's your lows there, your higher lows. And let's look over towards the oscillators then. So like this high and this high, that's bearishly divergent. This high, bearishly divergent. This high and this high, just checking in here bit closer, is indeed bearishly divergent, and this high and this high is indeed bearishly divergent. Now those are just warning signs. You have positive aspects on the go here, like such as this quite fairly strong now looking as above the 20, everything else divergent lines on the DMI indicator. That's good, that's really good. We've come up here and we're in the bullish control zone, and we're retesting in a sense this resistance that we've seen here, when class B bearish divergence just becomes multiple retests of resistance, in that sense. And so a moving beyond this could be quite good, and you could obviously you'd be undoing the bearish divergence over here in the RSI should you do that, and you'd probably accompany it along with the other oscillators at the time should you get some move in there. However, it's warning us that we could potentially be at the top here for a local high, in order to sort of reset slightly, take a little breath and go back up again. And where could we see the prices going? Well, 186 we've already had today, indeed, and it says this is the 12-hour chart. Sorry, I've been confusing people. That's not 24. So you can see we've already been down there today, and that's that. Could we then maybe have a close up above the previous highs here at 187, just to close up above them and then come back down for a higher low? That could happen, but that's in the face of this positive bullish price action, which is overall. So that's kind of where we're looking at in terms of things, and remember again from the Bitcoin video, I like to keep this parallel channel that we're looking at the minute just now with chopsticks just instead, because it makes it an easy, quick reminder for people when you click conflict between log and linear, that this channel that was talked about so comfortably for the start of this video is very rapidly turns into a wedge, quite simply just by hitting the log button there on that. Now, I discussed all the dynamics at the start of the Bitcoin video. Go ahead and watch that if you want to see it, be talking about it. But it's just a little curious, interesting thing there. It's nothing magical or anything. It's just the way it is, and that would make this a rising channel rather than a sort of extended long bull flag or just channel. So anyway, so that's to kind of bear in mind in and around those areas. I think that's kind of more or less sums us up for where we're at. Let's take a look down here at the 4 hour and see if there's the divergence. That's positive, but then bearishly divergent just a touch there and just a touch there and just a touch there. So it's all this sort of 3-to-1 story there on that front. So that's kind of curious. The 21 EMA coming in there at 187. Could we retest that again? Sure, we could, but we've kind of overall broken out of this consolidation phase that we had previously, depending on, of course, how you want to draw this little sort of triangle idea in, and then what's the measured move off the back of that. Takes you up to there. We've had that full measured move. You don't need to necessarily go anywhere else. So the question kind of becomes like, then will this consolidate here for a while, and it's kind of to have a repeat of that before? Will we put in a higher low? Will we actually as well manage to maintain the prices up so much at the minute that we're able to put in this as a higher high currently overall, which would make it a higher high compared to here? But you'd also be asking the question if this really is the local high and that really is the local low, because this would make you think that any higher low coming in would be above 171, but you could also kind of just say this is part of the overall upward movement, and that higher low could in fact exist on the charts down to 152, giving you a fake out of a potential sort of rising wedge on the logarithmic chart here to then return back into it and then go back up bullishly thereafter should you get a higher low in here, say at 155, as part of that overall process. That's something to look out for over the next wee while, especially coming up to the 1st of May when this previous price action will be removed from the 50 simple, and we'll start seeing it curving up towards the top way, and interaction around these simple moving averages at that particular time could be seen as by some people and interpreted as sort of confirmation or denial at that point of those sort of technicals. So yeah, thanks so much for tuning in to take part in that Bybit giveaway thing. If you want to do that, that's cool, that's fun. I've got the link for that in the description down below. And yeah, so just enjoy it, take care, be safe out there, stay well, don't breathe on, near, around, or beside, or above or below anybody, and all that sort of stuff. And I'll catch you tomorrow as always. Thanks so much for tuning in. Daily crypto technical analysis videos. We're all Rocky Outcropticians. Really appreciate likes, subscribes, comments, all that stuff, and I'll see you next time.